Hey all, Ron here from Military Images Magazine with a new episode of Life on the Civil War Research Trail. You're looking here at the face of a Civil War veteran who wrote one of the most important American military history books of the 19th century. His name is Joseph Thomas Wilson. He was born and raised free in Norfolk, Virginia, reportedly left home at about age 16 for New Bedford, Massachusetts, where he received an education and went to work on whaling ships in the Pacific and South America and on the railroads in Chile. In 1862, he came back to the United States and went to New Orleans after the city fell to Union forces and joined the Army. He enlisted in the 2nd Louisiana Native Guards. He didn't last there too long. He was discharged for chronic illness, but he recuperated and he joined a new regiment. It's one that you students of the Civil War know very well, the 54th Massachusetts Infantry, commanded by Colonel Robert Gould Shaw. Shaw died, as many of you know, at Fort Wagner. Wilson survived and went on to the Battle of Olustee in February 1864, where he received a critical wound in the bowels. This is normally an extremely dangerous death wound for many Union and Confederate soldiers, but Wilson survived. He was discharged in May of 1864. So an impressive war record for Joseph Wilson. He is, however, best known for this post-war work. He was a journalist, an author, and a historian. This book that I'm talking about, that I'm referring to, was published in 1890. The name is The Black Phalanx, which is a reference to the powerful military formation of the ancient Greek armies. Wilson's book documents Black soldiers in the American Revolution, the War of 1812, and the Civil War. Wilson died only a year after it was published. He left behind a wonderful, well-researched history. You can find the book online. It's free. It's been digitized. So look it up if you're interested to get more information. As I normally do, as my practice is, I will go and take a look at the preface and the dedication, because you often find the motivation for why the authors wrote the books that they did. And in the dedication of this book, you'll find that Wilson is calling out the white officers who, like Wilson and his Black comrades in blue, put their lives on the line to end slavery and fight for equality. It's a worthy read, and I want to give it to you. I want to give you the words right now so you can hear what Wilson had to say. So here we go. Soldiers, as a mark of esteem and respect for your patriotic devotion to the cause of human freedom, I desire to dedicate to you this record of the services of the Negro soldiers whom you led so often and successfully in the struggle for liberty and union during the Great War of 1861 to 65. You're coming from the highest ranks of social life, undeterred by the prevailing spirit of caste prejudice, to take commands in the largest Negro army ever enrolled beneath the flag of any civilized country was in itself a brave act. The organization and disciplining of over 200,000 men of a race that for more than 2 centuries had patiently borne the burdens of an unrequited bondage for the maintenance of laws which had guaranteed to them neither rights nor protection, was indeed a magnificent undertaking. You were outlawed by the decrees of Jefferson Davis, criticized by many friends at home, and contemptuously received by brother officers at headquarters, in the field, in the trenches, and at the mess table. Yet you did not waver in your fidelity to principle or in your heroic leadership of those whose valor was denied until it was proven in carnage and victory. The record of the Black Phalanx invites the scrutiny of all who have been disposed to taunt you for associating with armed barbarians. No massacre of vanquished foe stains the banners of those who followed you, giving quarter but receiving none. It was your teaching that served as complete restraint against retaliation, though statesmen hinted that it would be just. Your training developed patriotism and courage, but not revenge. Ungrateful as republics are said to be, ours has aimed to recognize merit and reward it. And those who at first hailed you with contumely are now glad to greet you as heroes and saviors of a common country. No true soldier desires to forget the price of his country's liberty or that of his own. It is the recollection of the terrible bloody onset, the audacious charge, the enemy's repulse, which sweetens victory. And surely, no soldiers can appreciate the final triumph with a keener sense of gladness than those who fought against such odds as did the Black Phalanx. Beating down prejudice and upholding the national cause at the same time, they have inscribed upon their banners every important battle from April 1863 to April 1865. If what I have written here shall call to your minds and present justly to the patriotic public the indescribable hardships which you endured on the march, in the bivouac, and in the seething flames of the battle's front, my task will have served its purpose. In the name of, and as a token of the gratitude of a freed race, this book is dedicated to you. Joseph T. Wilson, Navy Hill, Richmond, Virginia. So there you have the dedication by Joseph Wilson, formerly of the 54th Massachusetts Infantry, wounded desperately the Battle of Olustee, his magnificent history of Black men in the Revolution, War of 1812, and the Civil War. That's a dedication. Go check out the rest of the book. I'll include the link below in the description for you to check out. Take care. We'll see you on the next episode of Life on the Civil War Research Trail.